Hi guys, so today I have the pleasure of showing you the new LDRS Creative kit that they brought to their site. It launches today, and I am just already looking at these little images. Super cute. So they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions on my own. Oh my gosh, is that a Pop-Tart? Sorry, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, but let's check this out. Oh my goodness, so it's Pastry Pals, super adorable. We have a layering stencil and an offset slimline stackables set. Oh my goodness. Super cute. Okay, so let's check out our basic like meat and potatoes, our stamp set here, and then we have the dies. A little donut with like a little friend here. Oh, is that like a donut hole? Oh, that is adorable. Oh my goodness, cinnamon roll here. Again, looks like a Pop-Tart, super adorable. A cupcake. We have this little muffin kind of guy here. Stud muffin, that's what he is there. Happy birthday, what's poppin'? Cake it easy, you bake me crazy. Oh my goodness, you complete me. Oh, with the donut hole. Donut give up, or do not give up. Obviously donut. You take the cake. I like the way you roll. Oh my goodness. And then we have the dies for the characters themselves. Nice size, super cute. And then layering stencils that are circles. So I'm kind of like, yeah, okay. So I was interested in like what that means because they're circles. But stencil 1, it says you use first, then 2, then 3. And so you can kind of have an idea of being stencil 1 being the red, the 2 being the blue, and then the 3 being the darker purple. So you can kind of plan that how you want to layer them up if you want to go from light to dark or dark to light. But you can kind of see where they would end up. Oh my gosh. And this looks like a 6-inch square. Yeah. And then these dies, offset slimline stackables. My goodness. Super new, super interesting. I mean, I haven't seen dies that look like this before. So we have the edge die. This one, well, they're all edge dies if you want to use them that way. But this one just has that scallop. This one has like a cool embossing kind of, I'm assuming it's embossing. It might actually cut. Depends on how high it is, right? And then we have that line there. And then this one's kind of like a squiggly little stitch edge one. And then this one, it looks like mountains to me, but if you look at it, it also looks like napkin edges. It looks like just a pretty decorative edge, however you want to interpret that, and it has like the little stitching. Yay! So what I'm going to do is grab some papers and we will get started. Okay guys, so should be no surprise, I want to try all the things. So what we're going to do is a background. We'll use these to cut some of this pearlescent paper, and then we'll do our characters. So I'm going to put these for the end. I think we'll work on the background and the card bases first. So we'll talk about this in just a minute. But for now, we're going to use this and this. I just have a standard A2 size card base that's already pre-made, so I'll build off of that. And you can color right on these, especially because I'm going to do a white background with a little pink accent. So, I mean, if you wanted to go right on this and do your stenciling, it would give the same effect. But I'm just going to use this super smooth paper. And I'm going to cut it down to cover the whole card front completely. So it's going to be a very sturdy feeling card because there's going to be plenty of layers on it. So, again, 5.5 by 4 1/4. Right now I'm cutting a 4 1/4 this way. And 5.5 in this other direction. You can definitely slimline it however. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to use this in just a little bit. This is actually marker paper, so that'll work for when we do our characters. And so we're going to stencil. And I'm sorry, the thing I stencil on gives a lot of glare, but it's just a ring light you'll be seeing. Nothing too bad. And then I pulled out these little gemmies here, super cute, the LDRS Creative hybrid ink pads. People ask me all the time, like, what inks are best for what. Hybrid, I've become a fan. I can blend with them. I haven't tried blending the colors together. What I mean is, like, when I go to use them, like, well, I'll use them right now, it works really well. Stamps, okay, again, you can use water-based markers over them or alcohol ink markers once they're dry. Good to go. Oh, it's funny. I was going to get the purple from here, Mrs. Periwinkle, but there's also purple in this set. And if the sets, like this one's called Summer Shore, or this one's County Fair, I use them, and then sometimes I might put them back in the wrong spot. So I wouldn't say, because this is what you see here, this is exactly how they are actually sold there. Definitely check the colors if you're interested in these guys, but I'll link both of these sets. I want to use the pink, the green, and the light blue. Pink, the green, and the light blue. Pink, purple, light blue. And then I have these guys here, and it says, sorry about that, so stencil 1, and then stencil 2, and then stencil 3. Of course you can play with this however you like. You know, 1 stencil, 2 paired up, all 3, whatever it is that you want to do. So there's number 1, number 2, and number 3. You know, whatever it is that you want to do. I think I want, let me see, which one has more bubbles? Ooh, see, number 3 has like the most bubbles, and I think I want that for the pink. So sorry, I just had to check on something. Okay, so I think I'll leave 3 for the pink. And so we'll start with number 1, maybe with the blue. So I just use this with the little magnets that are on there. It's circular. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I think, where you end up placing these things to hold it down. And, or, you know, if you want more of the small circles, I would use this area or however. And I think I said I was going to use blue. Maybe I said purple. Either way, I'm going to use the blue one. And I have these little brushes. So I'm just going to dip it in the blue. And, oh, I love it. Oh, that is so cool. I was going to say sweet and cool. The way the edges just get that color on them. Because I don't know if you can see, the more I work in there, that gets darker and darker on the edges. So you can do it lighter if you want. I like the look of that actually quite a bit. And those there. And I'm just going to kind of play with it, let those kind of fade out. They don't all have to be super dark. And I think I'm going to orient the card. I'm not really sure in what direction I'm going to orient it, but okay, there we go. And then we have, so I have it facing me this way with the number 1 down here. I don't know, I'm assuming we're going to put the second one the same way. So that was number 1, number 2. And again, I kind of chose an area. If you want to make sure you're on the edge, and the next time just use the same edge, however it is. But I'm placing it here, and that looks about right. I can see that one's overlapped a little bit, and that's okay. So I'm going to do it here. And I'll just rinse these off with purple, which is La La Lavender. The other one was Swimming Hole. So I come in with purple. I'm going to be a little bit lighter with this one. I love that look. It reminds me of like craters or something, especially if you work it a certain way. If you're coming in one way and just leave it that way, I'm sure you can make it look like shadows in one area, you know, the light coming from a certain area. Pretty. Okay. Look at that. What a cool look. Okay, this is number 3. And I'll be using Pink Tutu. Again, I have the number 3 down here, and I'm kind of placing it about where the other, you know, was down this way. But of course you can place it wherever you like. To your project. Alright. And I'll go in with pink. Aw, so bright and sweet. Kind of worked this way the whole time. I hope you can kind of see what that does for like the way it gets colored. So cool. There's a little bit over here on the edge. I'll go ahead and try to get that, but I think I hit all the circles. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse these guys off. Look at that. That is super cool. I like the way the edges are like darker than the center. This looks like bubbles. Love it. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so love it. I think I'm gonna orient the card this way. Like I said, I hadn't really decided that yet. And then, where's my card base? So we're just going to adhere that to the top. And then I cut down some of that pink pearlescent paper. I cut it down 5.5 by like 2.5 inches, I think is what I chose, by 2.5. And what we're gonna do is take one of those slimline guys and let it give it a cute kind of border here. So, which side of this paper do I like better? This side. Which one do we want to use? I think I'm going to use the little donut couple. So cute. So I kind of want it looking more something like this. I think this will be fun. Oh, I love this though. The look of all of them. They're so cool. Okay, so again, we have this. It's slimline-ish. If you want to use this to, you know, cut a slimline paper, and then you can use it to have a cool border. You can use it this way, cut away, keep it there. You know, use the straighter side. Like if you're just using this side for something like this, it would just be more straight, or however you want to orient it. But I want this little area in here, so I'm just going to take that there. Actually, I want more of it over here. So let's see. I'm going to orient it like that. And I think that'll be great. And then if I want to trim it down more, we can trim it off the straight side, right? Depending on the look we're going for. This is going to be removed, so I'm putting my washi closer to that area so it doesn't damage that pearlescent paper. And I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I used an old cutting folder in my marquee, and I like the look that it gave it, to be honest. It's a little, it happens sometimes when you use like an older folder. And look at that. I like the look. So happy with that. Alright, let's put this down. I think that's how I'm going to use it today. Again, I mean, you can layer these up in different ways with all the different layers. That'd be really sweet too. So I'm going to glue this down completely. Then we're going to stamp our little image and color them in. And, you know, pop them on top with a little sentiment. And we're good to go. These look so pretty. And I'm going to glue this down completely straight too, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then, like I said, we're going to stamp our little characters. I'm leaving that free-floating edge because I like the way it looks. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have a stamp press here. I have just the extra piece that was cut off of that same marker paper. And we will ink up with our hybrid ink in black. Oh, it's such a sweet little couple. And let's see. I can put it like over here. And if I want to conserve paper, you know how it goes. We'll put it there. Alright. And if you feel your stamps when they're brand new, these are photopolymer stamps. I think I might not have mentioned that earlier. They have like a dispersion layer, a little bit stickiness. Sometimes you can rub your pad on it like this, you know, stamp it off first to make sure you're going to get a good impression the first time, or you can just, you know, work it here. Some people rub them like on their shirt sleeves or on their sweaters or something just to get that little sticky layer off. But I'm just going for it. And people ask me all the time what this is. And I always have a link in the description box for it, but it's the LDRS stamp pendable. Kind of helps you do that instead of poking around with your fingers and then maybe you miss an area. So there we go. Pretty good. I think I'm going to do it one more time just to get it super, super dark. And then we're going to let this dry because I'm going to use alcohol ink markers. And before we get going with that, we want to let this ink dry. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so in the meantime I went ahead and grabbed the colors I would like to use. And so I'm just going to color this in. Usually for like baked goods, you know, I use like a light tan color. This definitely goes through to the back, which is how you're supposed to use alcohol ink. Like lay down so much color that it comes through the back. And this paper is a little bit thinner, so it happens a little bit faster, but I just don't want to get on my surface, so I just use this well-loved matte here. And so, okay, what I do with neutral colors, like this one, oh, you know what, that's interesting. I got a yellow one instead of the neutral light. Hold on. Move my thing here. Actually, I could probably use that yellow one too for the sprinkles, but that's okay. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see, neutral medium. So, Start with my light one, and so we're looking for a donut coloring of this color here. Oh, sorry, that was a really fast close-up. There we go. So again, I'll go over the whole thing that's going to be like that little brownish color. And since this is just a small area, I'll go right into the dark and just choose where you want to put that shadow, you know, maybe right behind the icing. Usually I don't even use the dark, I usually just go right into the medium and then back into the light, but however you want. So this is medium in this particular set. And then I go back to the light one and just kind of bring it all through again. It looks like a little, I'm assuming this might be a cake donut, I don't know. So cute. I'll do the same thing for his little face, and maybe, you know, his little cheeks I'll color in pink, and she has little cheeks here too. And actually I'm going to do their icing pink, so maybe I'll do their cheeks a slightly different color. So I have this rose color, and so you have all these little sprinkles. I'm just, oh, you know, this is going to be brown too. But I'll just start in here, and I kind of wiggle through there, you know. If you're going to use darker colors for the sprinkles, then I wouldn't even avoid them. I would just go right over them, especially with a color like this. It's pretty light. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say this one section, but I think I'll go ahead and complete her. Going over her little eyes. And just up in here. She has eyebrows. So I'll probably color those in with like a dark gray. So maybe brown. That'd be cute too. Kind of going off the color of her little donut itself. Okay, so as you can see, I just kind of did that pretty quickly. And then this is a medium color, so I might bring it in here. I didn't even bring out the dark pink because things like this, I just like to add a little color. It's not rocket science. You know, just a little something like that. Maybe some more in here. And then I'll go back through with the light one and bring that back through if you want. Otherwise, if you like the little look of it looking a little bit cartoony, I would just leave it the way it was. Obviously, it's a drawing, I don't know, a little cartoony. There we go. Just bring all that back through. I'll do the same thing for him, his little bottom, which I think is so cute. It's like little pants, little shorts will be pink. And again, this little center area should be brown. And where's neutral medium? I like neutral medium. This is the one that really gives that baked look. Okay, same thing with him. And sprinkles, I just grabbed some random colors so I can just go through. I'm not gonna shade them. This is something where you can just kind of go in and add color. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just left the little eyes white. You know, do whatever you like with that part of it. And sometimes people color like the whole thing in a certain color or however, but actually, an example too, they also left them white. Oh, they have like a chocolate donut here. I went with like a vanilla cake donut. Alright, this little guy. And I think I'm going to make an aperture. Actually, what I'll do is I'll make an aperture with this pink paper. Let me see if... Oh, I think I can get it on here. Okay. Because what I'll do is I'll also use that as a drop shadow possibly. So I'm just going to use this little leftover pink scrap that I have here. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. I'll be right back. Okay. And so this piece I'm going to pop away. Again, you can just do this with scrap paper, but I'm using it with the color that I would like to use when the project is done. Or within the project. So, where are we at? Let's see here. There we go. So what I'm doing is looking through the paper and seeing where this lines up the best way. I think right there is pretty good. Stick it down there and also put a little extra tape so it doesn't move. And then I'll run this through and hopefully we'll get a good cut there. Let's see how we did. Again, I do tape it down pretty well. I don't want to hurt my image here. But again, just a quick little trick to help you cut even the most delicate. Look at this little hand, how delicate that is. And it just is perfect. Yay! So again, if I want a drop shadow, I'll have this pink drop shadow I can use if I decide to use it. Okay, And let me bring my card base back and see how we're going to orient all this. Okay, guys, so here's my card base. Here's our little guy, possibly with a drop shadow. And I think I'm going to take one of these dies from my Regal Frame Slimline die set. And I want to see if I want to go a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. Let's see what we decide to go with. So I place that there and I place these little guys on there. Oh, it looks like a tray, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna use this one. And I'll stamp my sentiment on this too. So you might want to stamp the sentiment first and then go ahead and do this, just so you kind of have a better idea where you're doing it. But I'm gonna go ahead and die cut this and then I'll stamp the words. So I'll be right back. Wow, just gorgeous, look at that. I'll put it there and put our little guys. Okay, and then I'm gonna stamp this one with You Complete Me. That's adorable. And then we have Do Not or Donut Give Up, however you want to do that. I think I'm going to put the words down here and then we'll pop our little characters on here wherever it is. You can do it this way too. You know, just depends what you want the card to look like. I think I'm going to go like this and have that popped up and our little characters. So I'm just going to take a moment to put this on here. I'm just eyeballing that. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And this is textured paper, so it's going to look a little different. I might stamp it a couple times or just leave it, just depends, because I'm thinking bakery look. Like I thought it was sweet, so I'm going to use VersaFine ink just because I like that for very fine things like this. And I'm not going to push too hard. I'd rather build it up than squeeze it so hard that the lettering just looks, you know, wonky, but hey, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to let that dry because VersaFine does take a moment to dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to put that somewhere down like that. I'm going to drop shadow these guys just like this. You can just glue them down too, but I'm just going to put that drop shadow, and then I think I'll pop them up too from that. So I just put glue wherever I don't really know where it's going to hit. Until we're here. And something like that. Just a little sweet, soft pink peeking out there. Aw. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to pop that up and pop them up, or go ahead and glue that down and just pop them up. I think that's what I'll do, just glue this down, then pop our little characters up. Okay, so I'm going to give that a moment to set up. And I'll put some dimensional adhesive on the back of these guys. And I'm putting it kind of here so that you can still see the way that's doing the little scallop. I think it's really adorable, so I want to make sure it's visible. Still being careful with that VersaFine. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have the dimensionals on there, and I was just... You can put these little guys anywhere. Oh my gosh, they're so cute here. You can put them here. I mean, wherever you want. They don't have to go right on here. And it looks like they probably go this way, because you see his little feet are flat, and she's kind of, so it's a little bit tipped. Super cute design. I mean, and she does some amazing stuff. Look at this. So sweet, like confectionery with the colors that we used here. I mean, you guys. So thank you so much, LDRS Creator, for sending these items for review. I'll have the links in the description box for you. Again, this is a kit, so a bundle with the... show you again real quick. I did use my slimline from a different time that I already had, but it's the stamp set, the dies for our little characters, the offset slimline stackables, and the stencils, which I actually have drying right now. They rinsed off really easily. I'll have them in the pictures. You'll see they rinsed off perfectly, and they look the same as always. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.